Let's go, Deborah.
A couple weeks ago, I was helping a friend to move his things to my apartment. He was out of work and needed a place to stay. While I was sorry, peraí.
All right.
While carrying what carry some heavy box to the stairs, and I hurt my back. It was really bad, so I had to check it up to an emergency room. Anyway, while I was waiting to see the doctor, I saw an advertisement for a computer technician at the hospital. I called my friend, and he got the job, and I got a prescription painkiller. At least his cloud have a silver lining. I thought that I do. Uh, I thought I do have my apartment all myself again. I'm sorry, I'm just blabbering here.
Okay, no problem. So this hospital, right? Have the H, hospital. And then this word here, this word is very common in English, Deborah, everybody. Though, então, né? Então, though, I do have my apartment all to myself
E
again.
apartamento
Though.
tá, né? Então, apesar.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Actually, we have although, ok? Although. Here, o though é no sentido de, né? Então, no sentido de finalidade aqui no caso, né? No final das contas, né? Though I do have my apartment all to myself again. Porque você tem o although, que é o embora, né? O contudo, né, Débora? Although, tá?
Essa palavra em cima dele aí, professor, painkillers.
Yeah, Nayana, painkillers. If we separate this word here into words, we can translate it easily, right? We have pain, which is do.
Dor.
Killers, yeah.
Nossa,
Yes. Então, analgésico. Ok?
Ai, meu Deus. Jesus
Yeah.
amado.
Mas a gente consegue ter uma ideia já assim se você separar, né, Nayana? Um pouquinho assim as palavras, né? Só não dá para traduzir literalmente, né? Que aí
É.
fica estranho. Okay. So, any other word here, any other expression that you saw in this text about Chinhu that is new for you? Matadores, é verdade. Yeah, China. Okay, so that is it. Students, can you tell me what is the story that you liked the most here? Aparecida, what is the story? What is
The
the
second.
story that you liked the most here? Aparecida, you said right the second. Yeah.
The, the second, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the second. Yeah, all right. Nayana, how about you?
The second two.
The second, Cheyenne.
The Helena one.
Number one?
No,
All right,
the second.
yeah. The second, okay.
Eu falei the Helena one.
All right, yeah. And then, Deborah, what is your favorite story? You said, right, already? The second one as well, right, Deborah? Okay, this is an interesting story too. Yeah, I agree with you. So let's move on, students, because we have this activity, but we're not going to answer this activity now. We're going to answer this activity after the class throughout the week, right? Vocês vão responder essa atividade depois da aula, ao longo da semana vocês podem responder, tá bom? Perguntas para você responder lá no formulário se a informação sobre o texto é verdadeiro ou falso. Apenas isto, tá? Então, essa é a atividade que vocês farão posteriormente. Let's move on to listening and speaking. Happy endings. And here we have B. Listen to the stories again. Answer the questions. Vamos lá, então, né? Ouvir a história sobre Gary e a história sobre Pam, tá? E no momento que a gente estiver ouvindo a história, a gente vai ver o script da história de cada um, a gente vai responder as perguntas que aqui estão. Please, Nayana, read all these 5 questions here about Gary's story before we listen to the audio, please.
Licença, eu gostei muito da segunda história, é fofinha, porque a internet aqui caiu e voltou, tá?
all right, Deborah. Thank you. Yes?
Okay, the questions, teacher.
Yes, just the questions, please.
Okay. Where was Gary? What was he doing? É aqui, é?
Yes.
Essa, tá certo? Okay. 2. Who did he meet? 3. Why did he forget his briefcase?
Yes.
4. What did he do when he got to work? And 5. Does this story have a happy ending? Why or why not?
Perfect. So let's listen to Gary's story and let's try to answer these questions right ahead. Logo em seguida. Here we go.
Page 93. Lesson D. Happy endings. 2. Listening and speaking. Happy endings? A and B. Listen to Gary's and Pam's stories. Gary's story.
While I was having some breakfast in a coffee shop recently, about 2 weeks ago, I started talking to someone at the next table. And, I found out the guy was from my old high school. So we were talking about people we both knew and remembering stuff and laughing. And when I got up to leave, we were still talking. And anyway, I forgot my briefcase. I just left it there under my chair. My computer and everything was in it. And I didn't realize until I got to work. And of course, I freaked. My name wasn't on my briefcase or anything. I mean, can you imagine? Anyway, I called the coffee shop right away, but they didn't have it. I was so mad at myself, you know? Anyway, later that day, I was listening to a local radio show, the one I usually listen to at work, and my briefcase was on the lost and found announcements. So I called, and they said it was at the police station. I was so relieved. It turns out that the guy at the coffee shop noticed it when he left, and he took it to the local police station. He had no way of calling me, so yeah. He left me his number, and I called him to say thank you. And now we meet up for breakfast sometimes.
Yes. So, students, the first question is, where was Gary? Was he in a restaurant?
And he was having
Fish shop.
Coffee shop. Perfect. And what was he doing? Was he having lunch, having dinner?
Have breakfast.
having breakfast. I confused it.
All right, I'm confusing you, right? Yes, he was having breakfast. Very good. And then he started talking to someone, right? This also happened to him, right? He was doing these actions as well. And who did he meet in the coffee shop?
A guy from his old high school.
Yeah, all right. Perfect. Why did he forget his briefcase? A sad part of this story. Why?
They're talking too much. They
Yeah.
remember the old times.
Yes, he was talking too much. And who was he talking to?
And with his old friends from high school.
Yes, with his old friend from high school. Perfect. And the next one is, what did he do when he got to work? What was the first thing that he did? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Called the coffee shop.
Yes, he called the coffee shop. Essa expressão right away, yes, guys, right away quer dizer logo, né? Rapidamente, né? Logo quando ele chegou, a primeira coisa que ele fez foi call the shop, the coffee shop. Perfect. Does this story have a happy ending? Why?
Yes.
Why?
Because they got friends again
Yeah, perfect. Very
and they
good.
have breakfast. Cute.
I wasn't think in this perspective of having Carrie having the opportunity to meet his old friend again from high school, right? This is very interesting point of view, Deborah. But there is another reason why this story had a happy ending, right? I think you said.
He
What
was
else?
so he
Sorry.
wasn't and he found his breakfast.
Yeah, that is the point. That is the main point. This is the main reason, actually, right? This story had a happy end because he found his briefcase, right? He had his briefcase back. Perfect. Great. So let's move on. Let's go to the next story, Pam's story. But before, let's move on. Let's move on. You have been reading a lot. So, narrator, Pam's story. First of all, let's read all the 5 questions. And I want you, Aparecida, to read all the 5 questions about Pam's story before we listen to the audio. Let's go, Aparecida.
1. Where was Pam going? 2. What was her problem? 3. How did she get help? 4. How did the woman offer to help? 5. Does his story have a happy ending? Why or why not?
Yeah, thank you so much, Aparecida. So, guys, let's listen.
Pam's story.
I was going to a friend's wedding reception last weekend. It was in a beautiful old country house, and I was really looking forward to it. So I left early, about 3:30. The party was at 5, and it was a beautiful day. Anyway, while I was driving down these little country roads, I was thinking about my friend, and, well, I got lost. I was in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I had directions and everything, but I just got totally lost. And I was thinking, why didn't I bring my GPS? So, by 4:30, I was getting really upset. I didn't want to be late. Anyway, I saw this little house, and I got out of the car and rang the doorbell. And this nice woman came to the door, and I said, "I'm lost. Can you help me?" And I told her I was looking for this place, and I gave her the name of the country house. Well, she was so nice, and she said, "I'll drive you there, just follow me." And she got into her car. So I followed her for about 10 minutes, and we arrived at this little country hotel place. And I was thinking, this doesn't look like a place for a wedding reception. Anyway, she drove off, and I went inside. Well, it turned out it was a small country hotel with the same name, but it was totally the wrong place. I finally got to the right place, about an hour late.